And welcome back to another episode of the Mecca of Banter. The vibes are at an all-time high here in the booth. I'm not going to lie to you fellas. I woke up sweating this morning.
Yeah.
My mind was
Thoughts of West Brom?
past the weekend, and I thought in my head, if Chelsea doesn't get a result today, I am getting absolutely destroyed
We would have handled it.
on the podcast today. But
Wouldn't say you're out of the woods.
You're damn right,
the
son.
Blues played well today and got a 2-0 win in the Champions League. And the vibes are high. Okay?
He's
So let me
straight.
set it off straight.
No matter what you tell me now, my vibes are
No
high.
matter where this podcast goes from here on out, right at this moment, my vibes are high.
What did you think of their performance?
If we want to get right into it, I think I know where you guys want to go with this. We kind of talked about it last pod.
Give me an honest
interested.
observation.
No. We talked about it.
Here.
We talked about it last podcast of this Chelsea not playing pretty football, and I agree. Today's performance by no means was pretty. We didn't have as many chances on goals as I would like, and I think me and Sean were kind of talking about this before. The lineup that Tuchel put out today was just so defensive heavy. We have two holding mids with Mason Mount, Timo Werner, who just I don't even know how to describe Timo Werner's play of recent, and then Kai Havertz up top, and you're wanting them to score goals, and it's just there's no help for them moving forward. And the only thing I will say is at the end of the day, we got the result. We won 2-0 against Porto, which is a good side in the Champions League quarterfinal. So I mean, as much as we want to sit here and talk about how pretty of a game it was or how boring of a side Chelsea played, we're looking good going into the second half of this Champions League tie, and I'm happy.
So you think if they keep up that style of play, it's like a sustainable recipe for
No,
future
by
wins?
no
That style
means
of
no.
Play against Bayern. or
Oh,
against
by no
PSG.
means at all. Do I
Against Real
think
Madrid.
that it will cut it moving forward? Now, do I think we're going to play like we played today against those teams? No, I think we will step it up to their level when we face that type of team. But the only thing I wanted to say, and because I knew we were going to go through this, was some of the stats I wanted to take away from the game. I know, take them loosely. Once again, I just admitted to you guys that it was not pretty soccer.
Context, yeah.
It was not pretty soccer. 60% possession for Chelsea. We had 85% pass success, which is okay.
Pretty good.
They had 79. The total shots, this is where everyone was talking about, is that they had more chances. Was 9 on target. 12 to 6 shots. 9 on target. My bad. 5 on target for Porto and 3 on target for Chelsea. So that's a little sus. I don't know. It's hard to defend them right now. We won the game. We're moving forward. That's all I care about.
I think the game is exactly how we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like I think if it was one of the most boring Champions League quarterfinals I've watched in a while, but it was like when you see the two teams on paper, it's kind of what you expect.
My thing is,
Like it's the exact game that we kind of predicted. We were talking beforehand. It's like Chelsea's playing defensive, Porto's tough to break down. A Mason Mount moment of brilliance.
I was about to say,
like that was
before we
that was
move
one of
anywhere
those-
further,
pretty sure
we
did
should.
you say that in the text?
What?
About Mason Mount having a moment of brilliance?
No,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
I said that's what I'm saying. I sent it earlier. It was one of those where it was Chelsea dominated the first 10 minutes of the game with very solid possession. Then for majority of the first half, Porto kind of looked like they were in control, didn't have great chances, but were definitely in control. And then that Mason Mount moment of brilliance. And then the second half, Porto just a gift. Ben Chilwell, give him credit because that was a great finish. Took it to the right, went around the goalie. But in all, I think the big takeaway is it's like I completely agree with what you said. It's like Tuchel's getting results right now. I think the biggest takeaway that I take from it is, to me, this was a chance for Chelsea to show the Bayerns, the PSGs.
That they get dominated.
We're playing Porto. Like right now, if I want to play anybody in the final, I want to play Chelsea. I mean, then again, Liverpool, like no shots, but like I want to play Chelsea if it's. I just watched that game today.
What I like when I was looking over the lineup and like when I said it when I said it to Dobes and I said that it looked like they were a scared lineup. It looks like they're scared to play like some of their stars and like they don't know how to like integrate them into the team. Like Ziyech should be on the field at all times. He's the best player in a Chelsea jersey, and he's just not like he's not being included in the Champions League. He didn't get subbed on late, did he?
No. Giroud or Tammy over
Giroud.
Kai, in my opinion.
Giroud came on.
Why is Timo in the squad?
That's one thing that
it's just of all of the people that you pay big for, you're going to play Timo.
Yeah.
Who just had a howler. I mean, trying to get his confidence up. Okay, like that's probably the last time you do that, right?
Yeah.
I hope, and that's what I said the last 2 games. And
at least for the Champions League now.
You're in the quarterfinals.
Let him play in the Premier League. But like Olivier Giroud, if there's one player in world soccer that can do that, can say I'm gonna bench. You're only gonna get to play in the Champions League games. Sorry, Olivier Giroud. Like. Just hold it down when you play. He'd be so pumped.
Proven big moment player.
He'd be so pumped. He'd be like, bet.
Yeah.
Another trophy for the Shaq.
Yeah,
He's got a Shaq full of trophies.
When Christian and Giroud got subbed on in like the 60th, I was like, this is who should have been playing the entire game. And I will give credit where credit is due.
No CP, no Cho, no Ziyech.
None of them.
Yeah,
creative. No.
That's for me. That's where I'm like, at what point in the future are you going to integrate them? If not, like,
when are you going to let your creative players be creative?
Are you just going to throw them in there up in the wind, like against what happens if they advance? Who do they play?
We would play the winner of Real Madrid, Liverpool. So Real.
Say they play. Well, this ruins this hypothetical. Say they play the winner of Liverpool and Real. I mean, if I see that game, if Liverpool, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be so mad if we have to watch Chelsea style play Liverpool, because then they won't even have to change their shitty system. It'll just be a shit game.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's I don't know. I give credit to Chelsea. Like the Mason Mount, he's clearly world class.
I need to see. Like we'll come back to Mount because I have a question. We'll start with you, Mo. I need to hear what you their forecast, like Chelsea. Like where do you see their future in this competition? Like playing the way that they're playing. I know you didn't get to watch as much of this game today. You're busy with work. It looked the same as this looked. Promise. They have the ball. It's not the most dangerous area most of the time. They're not looking to threaten, but they're not giving away. They look comfortable. And then they wait for the opportunity, basically. And if another team doesn't give it to them, then they have one goal. Other team gives it to them, they get 2 goals. But it's the same shit. What do you think happens if they bring that into Real Madrid next time? Or Bayern, or like any elite team? Liverpool, just exclude them for right now. Because they're not their elite selves.
No, yeah, obviously.
So just go with their big dogs. Like, what happens if you're that team? Do you just throw your best players in? Okay, sorry, Ziyech and all that. Now we need you. Like,
I almost think if you're Liverpool, you kind of want to play Chelsea, though.
See, I
need Chelsea's future.
First of all, I think when
I know you want to play Chelsea. Yeah. Everyone does right now. I'm just saying, like, what does it look like?
I think when they come up against a pedal to the metal offense, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble. Like if they play. Let's say, God forbid, I hope to God this doesn't happen. But if they get to the freaking final, okay, they have to play probably City or PSG Bayern. Electric football against this, excuse my language, shit Chelsea style of play philosophy. I'll tell you why I don't like Thomas Tuchel as a coach. I think he's getting results, but I don't like him because every job he's had, he's been sacked because of the same reason. And I've spoken about this with my colleague that I've mentioned in the past, Matt Hillebrand. He has a reputation where he has no flexibility. It's absolutely my way or the highway.
Yep.
And then he ends up getting out because the owners won't put up with it. And the players just basically, he loses the dressing room. He has no flexibility. I don't think he's a good manager in terms of building those relationships with his players.
Completely agree.
And a couple of those players were right on the line when he came there.
But this is what's going to happen.
They needed a fucking hug. Sorry, excuse me.
Well, you're good, but this is what's going to happen. Is you just mentioned he's not even playing his stars like Ziyech.
Yeah.
He's not playing Pulisic like we want him to. He's not playing Giroud. He's going with what he wants, which is Timo and Kai, who are out of form, right? Safe, right? It's a good
Germans.
Word. And what's going to happen is when he plays a team like City, PSG, or Bayern, who's electric, it's going to bite him in the ass because they're going to lose. And it's going to be because he was too stubborn to change his ways.
Yeah, they're going to need players on the counter who can create out of nothing. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to have them ready.
Mm-hmm. But
Mount's gonna have he's gonna have to work a double.
Masterclass
Which
from
he
the man.
can.
He's gonna have to work a
Which
double.
He can. He's a stud. But Tuchel needs to understand, like, if this guy wants to win the elite competitions, he has to change something in his demeanor of how he coaches.
He has to get the best out of the team.
He needs to
I
do
think
something.
what's going to happen is if he stays like this, it's like if you're a player like Christian Pulisic, why do you want to stay at Chelsea in a
he'd be
system
gone.
like this? That's my thing. Is it's like
Gone.
he's either going to have to adjust or like the players of that caliber. You're Ziyech. Why would Ziyech want to stay?
Of course.
Ziyech's 27.
That's what I'm saying. Like Ziyech.
He's old, 26.
Well, hold up. Let's ask Butch. Butch, how old is he?
He's 28. He just turned 28 in March.
it hurts.
March
I'm
birthday.
glad to know I was close though.
But you were very close.
Thanks.
Saw it
Little
once,
March
memorized it. Turn me up, chat.
Turn me up. Okay, but back to what you were saying about Tuchel. I agree with you. I don't think Tuchel's the future for Chelsea. I think you hit it right on the head with he has a lineup, he has a way of playing, he has a mentality that he brings that if you're not along, then get the fuck off type mentality. I don't know how long that's gonna last. I mean, it's working now because we're winning games, but kind of like what you guys said, we're gonna come up against some teams here in the later parts of these tournaments, and we're not going to be able to play the way that he wants to play, and it's going to show. Yeah. One thing I will say, though, moving forward, because I truly believe every game moving forward for Chelsea is their most important game of the year. So the next Prem game is the most important because we have to win, because we have to be in top 4. Then the next game after that is Champions League. Yeah. We need to win that game because it's Champions League and we want to win the title. So I think our depth that we have is crazy. Yeah, we're not seeing CP as much as we want. Yeah, we're not seeing Ziyech as much as we want. But I'm telling you, later down in this season, when it's going to be those grueling 90-minute games where we're struggling to win a game,
they're not going to be in
fucking
form.
Porto. I know they might not be in form, but they're going to be playing a decent amount of minutes.
So it's got to be one of those. It's like, can they replicate
And
the same
exactly,
style
and
that they haven't been
think
playing?
that is going to be very beneficial for our team moving forward. I think our depth is going to carry us far in the Champions League tournament and give us a shot for top 4 in the Premier.
I hope so. CB can do some
Biggest
work
thing that's going to kill you guys, in my opinion, is like when you, as far as Champions League, when you look up, you're going to go against some of the top clubs. But you're also going to go against some of the top managers in the world. Yeah. And when you look, if you're going to play a game for one final, I wonder how Chelsea's going to play.
Exactly.
Like, it's very easy to put a game plan up against a team. You know exactly how they're going to play. I mean, the lineup might change, but you're going to play 3 back.
If you're getting
Jorginho's going to play, or maybe side Conte, and then regardless, Jorginho's going to play 2 billion sideways passes. Like,
speaking of top managers, this is kind of why I don't classify Tuchel in that category. I don't think he's a top coach because let's look at probably the best to ever do it, Sir Alex. This man was playing Raphael and Darren Gibson in his midfield, winning Premier Leagues because he was willing to be flexible and get the best out of them.
100%.
Guys that were role players playing big roles when needed to help win Premier League titles. Do you think Tuchel is a guy who's going to be like, oh, I'm just going to randomly wake up one day and I'm going to change it and I'm going to start playing Ziyech, even though he's won 14 of his last 15 games. I'm going to start playing you, Ziyech. Let's see what happens.
So one thing I will say is I think he already did that. I think he came into a Frank Lampard side and was like, you may have been the man for Frank. We may have just bought you for a lot of money. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm going to put out what I think is the best starting 11. I mean, think of all the players that have
I
just...
think that's what Butch is trying to claim.
I'm saying he is playing those role players, those guys, and he's winning games. Like, yeah, once again, it's not beautiful soccer. But you just said we've won 14 of our last 15 games with Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Kovacic, and sometimes Marcus Alonso.
The role players on that team complemented the other 9 superstars. Exactly. The Chelsea team that's going out is not 9 superstars and 2 teams. It's literally 2 superstars and 9 complementary players.
Who are your superstars?
Exactly.
Who are your superstars?
So I'm saying, like, this team that you have in the philosophy that you're winning with is really safe. Like, the philosophy that they're playing with was not safe. Like, you're restricted to safe with this philosophy. The Man United team that they're talking about was high flying all over the place, full press,
playing the same style, just with being able to adapt players to different positions.
I just think this my entire point of this whole entire thing since we even started was I don't think that the safe way Chelsea's playing will get them past the top the top best 4 teams in the world. That's what the point I've been trying to get to the entire time. And I think they have the tools to beat those teams on the bench, and they're not going to use it because they're playing safe to get there. But just getting there, I think they're going to get smacked up bad. But I think that like playing safe like this might get you to that 4th spot. And it like, so like I get it. But like if you think you're going to walk into like one of the big clubs with playing like that, smacked bad.
Yeah.
Because the only teams they've outpossessed in the Champions League and like big games are the teams that give up possession purposely. So like I don't know what's going to happen when they like play like that for more than half the time they're on the back foot.
What happens if they play City? A high-flying City. What's going to happen? What's going to happen when they play a high? Let's say Bayern Munich pulls off a comeback in the second leg, and Lewandowski's back, and you're talking about a team that won 6 titles in 2020. What's going to happen when they come up against Bayern Munich?
Atletico's done it before where they pack it in and they do it. The thing with Chelsea is it's just like they snatch that out of nowhere, like that philosophy. And like if you play it right, you can scrape out games. Jose's been doing it his whole entire career. Like it's.
Also, I think what makes teams the best is they don't give the other team the goals that Chelsea's been getting. Like, yes, you guys have earned some. Mason's goal today was great. Atletico, the defense just absolutely broke down today. Literally, just basically played Ben Chilwell in. Like, I mean, not saying a Bayern or a Man City or a PSG won't do it.
Gift.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying when you look at a team like Man City, I don't think I've seen him do it all year.
You can't count on Bayern and City to get a goal. And I mean, I think if you I don't know. It bothers me because the tools are on the bench, but I totally understand why they're playing it safe. Because if you take a risk and change it right now, it's definitely like.
I was gonna say I get it. I agree with you that the talent on our bench is crazy. The only thing I think is hard for Tuchel is kind of like what you're saying. Yeah, he might be playing safe, but
you're basically on chemistry over talent.
He's winning games, and you also have to think that Frank was playing those superstars. Frank was trying to get all of those guys into his lineup. And it wasn't working.
I don't think he wanted to play Timo personally. I think they forced Timo on him, and if he could have had
I agree with that.
Picks,
okay, Timo, you're right. Yeah.
If he could have had his picks of who he liked to stay with, I think he'd be fine. But we've been beating this one up.
I was gonna say moving past Chelsea and past the Porto. I kind of want to stay in Champions League and just kind of talk about some of the games that happened this past week, and then I also want to talk about what we think is going to happen in the second leg and second round, who we think is advancing.
All right, this is a long one. Before we say that, we talked about England's center mids on the last pod, or either that or the one before. Who's the lock of the 3? Just curious to see after some English center mids have had some big games. What you think it looks like?
I think Mason Mount's a lock.
Because I mean, just for reference, we got Matters. You could definitely slide Grealish in there if there are wings performing for England, which there are. I think he's more valuable at a 10. So if he's there, you got him, Matters,
Lingard.
He's probably gonna play on the wing, honestly, if he gets into there.
Mount, Declan,
the kid, Foden. You got
I think Cope won't play out wide though. Foden.
Yeah, I think Grealish will too. I think Grealish will play out wide.
Sterling
as well.
play.
Foden's not going to start.
Let's just do this.
I don't think
I'm saying Declan Rice. Declan Rice is my Rice and Mason Mount.
Who's your triangle?
I don't know, man.
Mine's Rice, Mount, Grealish.
That's so
interesting
sick.
to see if he plays him at the 10. Like Grealish typically plays for Villa. He typically plays like a wide left, role, and then just goes wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's not gonna be able to do that. I don't know who the third one is, but I think Mason Mount will be in the team in big games, and I think Declan Rice is going to be 2 man of the matches out of 3 of the last World Cup qualifiers. He was brilliant.
He's a leader.
He doesn't care if you're older than him, but I think those are the 2 mainstays for me.
Jordan Henderson.
We all knew it was coming.
Jordan Henderson's coming back. He's going to play.
Playing center back?
No shot.
Okay, so
I got. Who's your 3?
I would say Jordan, Mount, probably Grealish.
Okay, I got my one twist on this is I think that Sancho is gonna play out wide, or
he was injured these last qualifiers,
or Saka when it comes down to business.
Really?
So I think that midfield spot is gonna be Jack's just because they have more value out wide than they do in the middle depth, so they'll play Jack at 10. And in that case, I think it'll be Jack. Is Mount's class.
Mount can play box to box.
Mount's class.
He
So
can play
I
box to
think
box.
that he'll.
Mount's the
Hey,
most
listen.
box to box.
I think Mount. For me, unless unless I were there and there was something that I wasn't seeing, which you could always got to keep it in consideration.
Of course.
I'd play Mount, but I think they'll play Madison because Grealish loves playing with Madison.
Matter's biggest issue is the fact that he needs to, like, these last 8 Prem games are massive
He needs to show out. Yeah.
because he was injured.
Yeah.
Like, he was injured,
He needs to
and
show
Lingard's
out.
in
He needs
form.
to show out.
He
that
has to show out.
And he will. He's a beast.
Yeah, but moral of the story, Mount's in all of ours, so love to hear that. The vibes are high.
I don't know. They might play Matters, bro.
Yeah. All right, so back to Champions League. The other game that happened today I actually really want to talk about was Bayern PSG. PSG winning in the first leg 3-2 against Bayern.
At Bayern.
Kylian Mbappe scoring 2. Neymar with an incredible assist. What are your guys' takeaway from that game? I'll start with you, Butchie.
Well, Bayern definitely missed their main man, Robert Lewandowski. As we talked before, Choupo-Moting stepped in, did a good job. Did a good job for the circumstance.
Man's got handles for that 6'4" frame.
He scored a goal, but again, he bottled a big
Could've had
chance that
6.
Lewandowski would not bottle.
He could have had like 3, but so could a lot of people.
I mean, I think obviously Lewandowski would have changed the game, but in the same sense, Sean and I said this last episode, I'm telling you, this might be PSG's time.
Yeah, and I was telling Dobes when I was watching this game, I think the way Bayern played fit perfectly into PSG.
Yeah.
Like PSG on the counter with Neymar, Mbappe, and Di Maria.
Yeah.
Like, good fucking luck. I don't care who your defensive quarterback is.
You asked for your takeaway. My takeaway is that there's not a defense that could stop Mbappe if he does his thing.
Dude's a freak.
It's like early Messi. Like, seriously, like he's so abnormally fast that like it's like I feel like there's players that can beat a defender and get in, but like if he beats a defender, like it's over. Like he's just in with your goal.
Yeah.
There's no recovery. It just doesn't happen. So I think like I don't know the fact that they gave up the away goals. Like he's gonna score a goal or 2. He's 9 goals 8 matches.
Yeah, he is.
I think my biggest
More
thing
Champions
is
League than Thierry Henry.
Yeah, that's
goals.
wild.
Well, he played for his beloved.
I know.
My takeaway from
Arsenal.
Bayern is that it's so clear how much they rely on like Lewa to score goals because they're so used to like, oh, you guys score 3, we'll score 5.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
They
like
were
you score 6,
grinding
we'll score
goals.
6.
They were trying so hard. They had so many
They
opportunities.
looked like us in indoor Monday night.
Oh my word.
It's one of those where like
Throw the kitchen sink in him.
like but
Bro.
like you're saying it's
Triple
like,
post
there's not
type shit.
like even Man City's back four, like as solid as they are, I think that Mbappe, like 1-on-1, or could get in behind him. And I think what's so special is Neymar's the one playing in the balls.
Bro,
It's like Neymar's slipping him in at the right time at the perfect moment.
They don't have Neymar at 100% yet, I swear.
I know. That's
Like
what's
he was like
That
he
ball
was
he
playing
played
in
today.
spurts though today. You can see
That's
it.
what I'm saying. If he were to get to that level, because right now, what I hate about him is that he's acting on the field like he's at 100%. Like he doesn't need to do a couple of things, but like that's Mbappe. Like Mbappe works his balls off, but like if anyone gets to take a break, it's not you. Like you're the 10. Like you need to there were several plays where he could have made an interception, they could have countered.
He had 2 assists.
He had 2 assists. They're great assists. I'm not over exaggerating. There were multiple times where he was like standing and like hands on hips walking up while they were transitioning past him. And I was like, no way. Like that can't happen. And even that being said, he still played unbelievably well. So I'm saying if they can like manipulate out of them, they're unstoppable.
Take Mbappe out of it because he clearly was the man of the match. Outside of that, he was the
Mueller,
man of the
bro.
match. Yeah.
He played insane.
For me, it was either him or Kimmich.
Kimmich is one of my best. Is one of my
was
favorite
a
center
stud,
It was
midfielders.
man.
brilliant today, man.
The swag he has and the tenacity when he
just
plays.
the fact that
Oh.
no matter where he is in the field, he's always comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if he's playing in the center mid, he's so
the
comfortable
step
with
over
people
on
on
the
his back.
sideline.
He's comfortable playing wing back.
Mueller though, bro.
The ball he played on Mueller's goal.
It's so insane that the game will have its pace and like everyone looks like locked in and like they're playing at like this like level like 7, 8 out of 10 like speed or pace. And like the ball is like getting swung to the like far corner and like Mueller will just be in the most dangerous position. They'll like give him the ball and like link up and then they'll spin out, just start sprinting his gangly body over there and like
Gangly
position
body.
like his team like kind of chokes like what could have been like an elite pass to score, so they just reset it because they're buying. And then like okay, they're swinging the ball. Oh, there's Mueller again. Like he's like already like just a second and a half faster than everyone, Bayern and the defensive shift, and he's just calling for the ball. Like he just looks electric.
It's one of those where he's not the most athletic. He's not
I
the fittest.
love him.
He's
bro.
not the strongest, but he knows exactly what his game is and what he's good at. And
Great goal.
Quality. But that's that is
goal.
a Thomas Muller goal.
Yeah,
like
great
that's
header.
Absolute Thomas Muller goal.
One thing I wanted to say before we continued on with this: 31 total shots for Bayern.
Yeah. Keylor Navas is sick, but a lot of them were trash.
Crazy. I know they were trash, but still hering 31 shots on goal in a game is fucking crazy.
Honestly, they should have taken less and gotten better ones. It's stupid.
Do we want to do predictions or do we just want to?
Well, I said, yeah, we can talk about next round for these two sides.
Because this is on Tuesday, so this pod will come out on the next day. Yeah.
Put your money where your mouth is, Hafey.
Oh, hey, I'm pretty solid with my Champions League guesses of late. You guys are on the other hand.
Are Chelsea selling? Because Porto's going to come out swinging.
Okay, just pick this game. We'll go to the next game.
All right, so PSG and Bayern. I honestly think Bayern's gonna pull something off in the second leg. I say that, but it could go either way. But yeah, I'll stick with my gut and say Bayern. For Porto and Chelsea, I think it's obvious Chelsea's advancing. What do you think, Butchie?
PSG, as I said, it's their time. PSG's going through, and
Say it. Ryan Butchart, say it.
Chelsea.
Yeah, boy.
No balls.
That hurt my soul.
Bayern's going through.
Yeah.
Really?
And I want you to say it.
You got no balls, too.
I picked.
What do you mean? That is balls. You saying Bayern's coming back?
I picked Bayern last week, and
Say
I will
it.
also say
Say it.
that I think Chelsea goes through, but
No
I
buts. Moving
swear
on,
to God,
Sean.
If they make me rather want to be working than actually watching the soccer game,
Oh,
again,
shut up.
I am going to hate
Coming
myself.
from United, the
You
most
love
0-0
Mourinho.
draws this
You
year.
love
Second best team in
Mourinho.
England.
Christ.
You love Mourinho.
What do you say?
You love him.
I do love Mourinho.
Yeah.
I do love Mourinho, but I would rather see Christian Pulisic go out there and ball like the player he is rather than see Jorginho pass the ball back to Thiago Silva and Thiago back to Jorginho and then back
Just
to Thiago
saying,
Silva.
I'm just saying, I hate them both. I wish you could just be mad at them both.
I'm dying,
Trash.
Dubs. That's hilarious.
What am I predicting?
Europa League.
Porto smacking Chelsea around
Such a
4-1,
bitch
and it's going to be
ass up.
bad, and people are going to be
Such
like,
a
"Wait,
bitch ass up.
why aren't
You know
they
what's-
playing all those players?" And then they're going to sub
what's
them on at
crazy?
halftime.
It's so
because it's
possible.
like 3-0, and they're going to sub them on at halftime, and they're going to ball, and they're going to score one, and then as they score that one, they're going to get exploited when they're pushing too far forward because their lack of chemistry with the three superstars that they put on. PSG goes through.
Okay, how much?
Hey,
Last
can we just state something? The man's wearing a Chelsea jersey as he says that.
I said,
the
what did I say?
disgrace.
What did I say? I said I wanted to be the typical Chelsea fan. Hey, boys, we won today. I watched only the PSG game. All 90 minutes.
Disrespect.
of
The
it.
disrespect.
Hey, I love Chelsea,
Okay,
but they make some
this is
decisions
a
like
good
this
point.
Tuchel shit and the Jose stuff.
How much do you ride into the fact that because you couldn't play a game in Portugal and Porto had to travel to Spain to play the away leg, like
I didn't even know that.
I
Oh, yeah.
think about
The
that.
game was
and,
played in
and to
Spain
me,
today.
that's like
No fans though for Chelsea.
no
fans.
fans, no fans for Chelsea. But to me, it's one of those where it's like it's the difference between like
That's why I
you
don't
driving
think.
home,
Yeah, I know.
going to your family,
I know.
or flying. So I think like I definitely take some into that, but it's like Porto's going to show up.
They're gonna be so pissed.
All right, did we do that? You guys want to do the Liverpool game
Yeah.
first?
Oh,
or the City
what do
game?
you mean? We're getting straight into this Liverpool Real Madrid game, and I am not going to say anything. I'm not going to tee anything up. I just want to hear the Gaffa's first thoughts on the 3-1 Real Madrid victory over his side, Liverpool.
Poor.
Oof. Oof.
I'll put it on myself today with, we were poor. Front three. Oh god.
He's gonna cry.
It's so funny if you go back and look at when Butch talks about Liverpool. You look at my face the entire time. I'm
Just
smiling.
smiling ear to ear.
Well, here's the thing. We all said this right before we started. Mane was horrendously bad yesterday. Made no influence on the game. Front three is just not doing much. We rely on Mo Salah to do something either special or clutch. And if he doesn't do it, we don't score right now. I was a little bit shocked that Thiago didn't start, to be honest. Even though that we've had talks about him in the past, I thought in a game that big, you would at least play him over Naby Keita.
I was gonna say, wasn't it Keita, Fabinho and
Genie.
And
I think
That's what
Naby Keita is
special.
I think he
he's
has
bad. Oh.
no. I think he hasn't done a damn
He's
thing
a
since
good
he came to the
player.
club.
That's it.
Yeah, but the guy can't stay fit. He's made of glass. He gets hurt every 2 weeks.
Hey, don't take it out on Naby Keita because your team's getting fucked.
No, but let's.
Keep going.
Hey man.
Hey man,
Hey, no,
leave
but
my man's Naby Keita. He's a fair player.
no, Naby's
just
just
salty
has
as
You
a
think
fuck,
he
bro.
woke up and was like, "What? I'm playing"?
No, I was a little shocked at that omission from Thiago, but man, I'll defend this kid till his career is over. But another shocker defensively from Trent. Another shocking mistake.
Shocking.
I love Trent, and I think again I will stand by the fact that I think he's a special young player. But what we've seen from the last 5-6 months, we did not see for 2 years from him ever.
He was the best right back in the world for 2 years.
At 19 years old.
Yeah.
Think about that. And, the kid's still so young, but he's making mistakes that we just don't expect. That.
Because what was said about him when he was young, like 2 years ago? His composure. Plays with his shoulders up. He was a center mid. He was the captain of the youth
let's
England.
not forget he's a center mid.
That's literally all. That's all I swear I heard about him. Composure. Like
You know what he
now,
looks like
that's
to
what
me?
he lacks.
He does look like a center mid playing right back.
Yeah,
Like
always like.
I will say he can definitely pack his bags.
I-
for Mexico this summer, bro. There's no shot he's going to the Euros.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
No shot.
I was gonna say if we went back and listened to episode 1 or 2 and we talked about right backs and Hafey was like Reese is the starting right back and everyone was like,
shut the fuck up.
what? I don't know about that.
First of all, Kyle Walker's the starting.
Yeah,
right
Reese
back.
ain't starting. He's still no way.
I think it's a fight, so I gotta
Kyle
say.
I'll
Walker.
put my mortgage on it.
Kyle
I
Walker.
think Kyle
The
Walker
tandem of
will.
Stones and Walker is definitely the favorite.
I think Kyle
because
Walker
of
will
experience,
start, but Reese
is-
James,
Reese over Trent.
absolutely.
All right. So do you think you have a shot? Second leg.
It's at Anfield, and that's where I have hope.
What do you mean?
You have hope,
They
but
went
you
from
have
a fortress
lost.
to a bouncy house.
Yes,
bro.
I don't
bro.
care. I don't care.
There's no fans.
I don't care. It's at
Got
home.
lined up today, man.
Bro,
I don't
feel
care.
so bad for him.
Hey man.
So you truly believe Liverpool's winning that tie?
No, but what I'm saying is we're going to be at home. I know
Okay.
there's no fans, okay, but we don't have to travel. They have to come to us. I think there's a chance.
You have to score. What do you think the lineup will look like?
Okay, we scored an away goal. We could win this game 2-0. We go through.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to score. So, like, what players do you think?
You're gonna shut them out.
That's my thing. Is like, it's
Well,
like,
Ramos-
Trade out Virgil. You're gonna
Ramos
shut
is
them
out. Ramos is out for the second
Has
leg.
I
nothing to
think
do with shutting
Varane
them
might
out.
be back though. I think for the
Varane probably.
That has nothing
probably
to do
will.
with shutting them out.
doesn't.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it's hard,
If Tony
man.
Kroos be playing balls like that, you
Tony
guys are
Kroos is
fucked.
so good.
Vinicius turns
So
into like
bro.
prime
What,
Ronaldo.
what was going on?
Tony
He's got
Kroos
it.
and Modric,
He's
guys,
got
are
it.
just
He blew me
elite,
away.
elite level footballers, man. Elite level footballers.
Okay. So you think there's a chance?
I do.
But I want to hear all of our picks, and I want to start with you. Real Madrid or Liverpool?
I'm still sticking with
All
it.
right.
I'm going with the Reds. I'm going
All
with
right.
my boys. I can't not. I can't.
Okay.
Just can't do it.
My biggest takeaway from the game, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you're the Liverpool fan. Everything you said, I probably would have said. Salah is clearly your guy's best player by a long shot. He's the only one that makes anything happen. But like you said, I think you guys still have a shot. Like, if you guys come out and Liverpool scores 10 minutes into the game, one more goal, they're through. Like, they definitely have a shot, but Real Madrid's going through. 100% Real Madrid's going through.
Come on, Sean,
I
please.
just think Real scores early, bro.
That's cap.
Lack of
How good,
cap.
stop the cap. Nah, I mean they got no experience at the back, bro.
how good is Benzema, too?
So good, isn't he?
How
He got
good is
no
Benzema?
experience.
So
at the
Can we
underrated.
back.
talk about the midfield
Sorry.
of Real Madrid in that game?
That's what I said. They're elite level
Modric.
players.
He's gonna eat
Casemiro,
you.
Casemiro, Toni Kroos.
Casemiro. They were the three of Liverpool was in their pockets. Like, oh, it brought me back to Champions League side Real Madrid, and I was like, holy cow, they're fucking good.
And
And to be
Casemiro's
honest with
terrible
you,
too. So keep that
It
in mind.
scared me.
Who?
For the next leg.
Casemiro
I have always hated
He's
Casemiro.
a
Casemiro.
psychopath.
reaps the benefits of playing for a good Real team.
He
Terrible
man,
player.
Absolutely. Same with
he's
Ronaldo,
the
but
dirtiest center mid of all time. He should have 40 red cards. and he does not get sent off.
No one here.
I know. Did you hear me slip that in? All right, moving on.
Who's your pick?
I pick Real Madrid moving forward. I'm sorry, Butchie. I don't think you got a shot. I think Dobes. And to be honest, I think if there was fans and Anfield was Anfield,
Yeah,
I think you have a
changes
fucking
everything.
chance.
I mean,
I think
yeah,
you have
sure.
a great chance.
I mean, yeah, but
There's
the
no
white wall at
fans.
the Bernabeu, like,
Yeah, you couldn't.
you know what I mean? Like
He said it
at Madrid.
perfectly. It used to be a fortress. It's a bouncy house now. Bro, it's just not happening.
Not
That
once,
was
but
so
twice
funny.
today.
Sorry, it's just not
All
happening.
right, next one.
All right, next, the other side of that is City versus Dortmund. And in the first leg, City won 2-1 late on a Phil Foden goal. Shout out Phil Foden. One of my biggest takeaways from this was Dortmund ain't going to be pushed around like we thought they were going to be pushed around. I think they should have won that game if it wasn't for the ref. I think the ref fucked them on multiple instances. There should have been a pen.
I mean, that was a goal.
Yeah, it was
I
a goal.
believe our prediction was the same, which was that Dortmund wins the first game by 1 goal, and then City comes in
they
and
were going to nick
smokes
one
them.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they should have.
Yeah.
They should have. And City, and I think, and I hate to say it, and I mean, we can recap this game if we want a little bit more, but just thinking about the prediction, I think that's going to decide it, is that first leg, it was almost like a confidence booster for Dortmund. It was like, can we really play with them? And if we can, then let's fucking go in the second leg. They have it. It was an away goal, correct? So I think they do have an away
2-1 with an away
goal,
goal,
which is
back
awesome.
To Dortmund.
But I think City gets it done.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De
Que
Bruyne.
pasa?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Can't stop him.
My biggest takeaway that I honestly loved watching that game because that was one of those games where you expect City to have so much possession, and they did have their spells where they played like City.
Dortmund
But
possesses the ball.
Dortmund held their own, and Jude Bellingham is an absolute.
You got some sauce to him.
stud.
Yeah, he's got some sauce to him.
He was
Absolutely.
balling on that midfield. You're sitting over here talking about KDB.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham outplayed KDB.
Yeah, he can go get
For
KDB's
sure.
water.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but hey,
Get him a
so
Gatorade
he
bottle.
can sit there and say, "Hey, first leg of the Champions League, I outplayed Kevin De Bruyne easily.
What?
He was the best player on that field, in my opinion."
Oh
man.
my goodness.
I was getting scammed.
Phil Foden, I will say,
Can I take your saying? That's cap.
Foden should have had
Cap.
5.
Oh, Foden definitely should have had 5, but he scored when it mattered,
Holland
and
could
it
have
was
scored.
a good goal.
Holland could have scored as well.
Holland could have scored as well.
You guys know.
So who are you taking?
Dortmund.
You think Dortmund's winning that side? Wow.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Interesting.
City. I'm taking City.
Because you also have to think Dortmund has a very outside shot at the top 4 in Germany. They're going to put everything they have.
They're close in points. It's just
They're in
it's just
fifth.
yeah, but the points race is close.
But I'm saying, like, they're going to put so much of what they have into this. So for everybody out there, you're going to hear, I guess it's going to be afterwards. Bet the over. Bet
Smash
the
the
over. I don't
over.
care if it's 3, bet the over. There's going to be goals.
All right, Shiny, what do you think?
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely gonna be like 4 or 5,
Yeah.
4 goals each or something.
Just let it out. Just let it out.
This is hard for Sean.
I think they
Sean's
draw.
Got a
And City
nice-
goes through
Interesting.
Yeah.
I could see
What would the
that.
draw be?
like 4-4.
So I was going to say, because City's got to score a goal. Like 1-1 is
4-4.
No. 1-1. City's to be through.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be something crazy like that. Dortmund's gonna have them, and City's gonna they're gonna like go up, and then they're gonna kill the game with possession.
We got some
Unreal.
exciting second leg games, man,
Yeah.
coming
I
up.
think it's
Very
interesting
exciting.
that City didn't play a 9.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, Gabriel Jesus is just so hit or
I mean,
miss.
it's not great, but it's crazy
Poor.
that City could just not play a 9 and then, like, it doesn't even affect
Do
them.
I have to say his name again?
Yeah, he's the only way that they can.
Jude Bellingham?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De
Kevin De
Bruyne.
Bruyne. A guy can do it all.
All right. Moving past Champions League, let's talk about teams who are not in the Champions League. Let's talk about the race for 4th place in the Premier League with United, Leicester City, West Ham, Chelsea, Tottenham. What are we thinking?
Yawn.
Messi Lingard.
Really, bro? You're not even gonna say it?
Sorry, Liverpool's in 7th. I just didn't think they.
How many points are they off 4th?
Liverpool, 2.
Yeah.
3. They are 3 points. Sorry, I lied. They are 3 points off of 4th place,
Unbelievable.
which is West Ham sitting at 52 and Liverpool sitting at 49.
Points are so low this year.
So with this top 4 race, and Dobes mentioned it, what I kind of wanted to talk about is the resurgence from Jesse Lingard. Jay Ling's the guy. I've been a fan from the get when he was at United.
From the get
Man,
when he was
it
how
makes,
old?
it's one of those things that makes me smile, man. Just
Well,
seeing
I
him
loved him because he was
happy.
boys with Paul, and
Yeah.
I just
You did, but he was just funny because from the get for him, he's like, what was he, like 24, 25 when he came on?
Oh yeah,
He was a late bloomer.
for
I thought he
sure.
was like
He was a
19.
late
It's always
when he
cool because he lived with Rashford. And it was funny because they were best friends, and Rashford was like 19 when he moved in with Jesse Lingard.
He was like 26.
But the man's been playing some quality football.
Yeah.
He's in the form of his life.
Nicest dude ever. I always wanted him to succeed.
He's in the form of his life.
Yeah, and one of the things that I think is helping him out a lot, and another star on that team is Declan Rice. I know we kind of talked about it being on the England side, but I think it kind of goes back to the whole thing when we talk about Trent and Virgil. I know it's different positions. I know all that. It's kind of with Conte and Pogba to me too. But when you know as an attacking mid that you have a guy behind you of that quality, it gives your life so much more freedom.
Yeah, it's like the
be
Hendo
creative.
effect.
What's his name?
Exactly. Jesse Lingard he can do whatever he wants.
Sushek.
Oh, yeah, he's a beast.
Those three that play
It's like that triangle
we mentioned it. It's Sushek, Declan Rice, and Lingard.
where they can all play. They can like they're tangible. They can like interchange.
I think the best thing that could have happened to Lingard is like going there because he has to be the man. And Jesse Lingard, he's one of those players when he has confidence. That's when he's at his best.
Oh, he's a
you know what I mean? He's a
huge-
completely different
yeah.
player.
God,
When
I
he's going to
remember
the
those
corner, he's
days.
dancing in the corner. I thought when they did the drum celebration with him, Declan Rice. this year.
Declan cracks me
Oh
up. His
my
face
God.
when he's going.
But he's one of those players.
So
like,
funny.
He's a United boy through and through. Like he's kind of was the odd man out at United, but it makes me so happy just to see him, like just playing the best football.
Yeah,
he
he's
can,
such a
man.
good dude.
Oh, absolutely. And his form scares me as a Chelsea supporter fighting for the top four. West Ham, it scares me, and I never thought I would be saying that at the beginning of this year.
They got to do it for Mark Noble.
So one thing I wanted to bring up is strength of schedule. And I've been doing my research, of course.
He'll finish seventh if that's the case.
Of course. And that's why I think West Ham has a crazy advantage on us, is their strength of schedule to end the season is nowhere compared
your guys,
to where
Liverpool's
ours
or West
is.
Ham's.
Okay, so West Ham's last 8 games.
Yeah, there's 8 left.
Leicester City, Newcastle,
Oh yeah, we talked about this. They completely control their own destiny.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
Burnley, Everton, Brighton, West Brom, Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there are a couple of teams in there that you're like, okay, those are
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
you know
some
what those
teams.
games
But those teams they control. That's the team they're
Absolutely.
fighting for.
So
That's
Chelsea's
a dream scenario for West Ham.
know.
Control your own destiny.
last 8 games.
This is why I think they're not finishing top 4 anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Crystal
I've looked at
Palace, Porto,
So the last 4.
City, Brighton, West Ham, Fulham, Arsenal, City, Leicester, Villa. And we play City in the FA Cup semis
and the Prem.
and in the Prem. Do I think we can do
It's
it?
not that much harder. It's just harder.
Do I think we can do it? Absolutely.
Arsenal's a joke. I mean, that'll be a free one.
Arsenal's a joke.
Arsenal
Leicester
is the
City.
new Newcastle, man.
Yeah,
Just a
man.
mid-table side.
God.
So
When
to
we
me,
were growing up, everyone loved Newcastle. That good old 8 to
old-
11,
They're gonna stay
black
in
and
the-
white
they're
strip.
gonna
Because they
stay
might
in the-
swipe a Europa spot if you don't pay attention.
to me, the May 15th clash with Leicester City and Chelsea is going
Yeah, I
to
know.
be the game of the year.
if
And I think
if West Ham doesn't just completely run away with it.
absolutely. And I was gonna say I haven't
Give me
mentioned them, but
Liverpool's-
Liverpool's
give me
strength of
Liverpool's strength of
schedule
schedule.
is not that, like, they have a good, I mean, okay, ready?
Did we play them?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Villa, Leeds, Newcastle, United, Southampton, West Brom, Burnley,
Y'all
Don't
is hella
sleep on
easy.
West Brom,
Crystal
bro.
It's
Palace.
super easy.
They have a super easy rest of the schedule.
Super easy for last year's Liverpool. This year's Liverpool.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. But I'm just saying, forget the teams. If you looked at who they're playing against compared to who Chelsea's playing against,
Always.
you would say Liverpool has a better shot. So I think strength of schedule is going to be huge coming down to the end here. And I believe Chelsea is going to be top 4, but the numbers do not look good for them compared
Spurs?
to others.
So do we even read Spurs?
I mean, I will, because theirs is pretty easy as well.
Bale's already packed.
Yeah, Bale's gone.
That's so funny to me.
Yeah, I know. He just literally
So
middle
Tottenham-
fingers to Mourinho. So victory tour. I'll be back maybe
Tottenham
in like 5
has-
years.
United, Everton,
That's this weekend.
Southampton, City,
Oh, chalk.
Sheffield.
So chalk.
Yeah,
So-
ready?
it's
Ready?
chalk.
Listen to these top
It's
three.
over.
Sorry, who?
Ready? Wolves, Aston Villa, Leicester City.
Wolves
They're
are
the
going.
last three.
If Raul gets in the lineup, good luck beating them. Promise.
That's one of those they miss him big time. They're definitely top 10 right now if he's in the lineup.
Not only is he just the piece that they're missing of their team, but just what he would bring because he's so good and the emotional value of him coming back. Sheesh.
Do we even make top 4 predictions? Because I honestly don't even think I could.
I don't know if I
don't
can.
think I
Right
could
now.
I don't
either.
think
It's
I
too
can.
much.
I think the last 8 games of the season are going to be some of the best in Prem history.
I'm
'cause I
pretty
think they're
pumped
gonna
because
be-
if we
it
don't,
might not be as cool because it's not for the Prem title. And it's
No,
fighting for
it'll be
fourth,
pretty cool.
but
At
I
least-
think it's going to be
at least we have
very
the top
fun.
4 race, like the Prems, obviously. Like
It's like it's a big race.
Oh
it's
my-
not mathematical.
As far as,
It's
as far as we've been,
it's
we've
one
all
of the
been
last times in. I can't even tell you the time.
It's
been
usually like a
this.
3-team fight for fourth.
Last year was
now there's
between
literally
us, Chelsea, and Leicester.
now
It was
there's a
3.
6-team
Yeah.
fight. I mean,
So 10 points separates 3rd from 11th.
who's 11th?
I love how you didn't mention second.
Leeds United with 42.
Who's 10th?
10th is Arsenal with 42.
They're still.
Oh,
they're still
man.
on the
Imagine
my bad,
supporting
still one
Arsenal.
scroll to
So bad.
Hey, JP. Asada.
Wake up, JP.
Bro, I mean, we haven't even mentioned Arsenal in a while on the podcast because they're not even worth mentioning.
Last time we mentioned him, it was like, why did Mezit leave? Is Mezit still there? No? Okay.
Oh,
My
man.
goodness. Yeah, so I mean, the last couple of games for us is going to be fun to watch. So I know we talked a lot about the good sides of Chelsea early on with their Champions League win. One thing I will say is their performance over the weekend against I'm having a West Brom was not fun to watch.
Tragic.
I think the only thing I will defend us was when we were with 11 men, we were the better team, and we were up 1-0. We get a red card, which is a questionable red card, in my opinion, and the whole game changes. Let me say something else before you guys butt in. Do I think that Chelsea needs to be better playing a man down? 1,000%. That was fucking embarrassing. But people forget that we were a man down. Yes, we need to game manage better. Yes, it wasn't a good performance, but I don't think it's a true tell of our form right now because we were a man down.
West Brom looked like prime Barca.
They fucking looked incredible.
So like I'm giving one like red card stupid, but I'm going to give 95% of that credit to West Brom.
Oh, yeah. Chelsea are literally saying, beat us. Here's the ball.
The
That's their
goals-
strategy right
The goals
now.
that they scored
And
were,
West Brom
were
was like,
literally
I
world
didn't-
class.
Yeah, but
Like,
all
it
those
wasn't- it
goals
was-
were with a man down.
I mean, yes, but they still have to
With-
break you down. I
agree.
You guys play 10 behind the ball
a team
anyway.
that is in 18
I agree.
or something like that.
I'm
dude.
just saying, if we have full men, the game it does not go like that. We are dominating them, and we are up 1-0.
Tell
with-
your
with
captain,
full.
your leader, to be
not.
disciplined. That's what, like you. I mean, yes, maybe that's true, but at the same time, it's like West Brom has done it to Liverpool. They've done it to United. Like just because you're down to 10 men,
I agree.
it wasn't 2-1. It was 5-2.
I know, and I agree. That's where I wanted to note that.
I fucking live bet Chelsea too.
I
Like,
know he was at my house live betting these guys, and it was fucking not good. But I think that's going to also affect the 4th place race hugely, in my opinion. And by the way, just wanted to add this: Silva was not captain. Thank you.
I mean, I'm good. I'm not surprised anymore.
All right.
Take it easy on the man.
So, moving on past Prem, there's big things I think, and me and Dobes were kind of talking about this. We kind of mentioned it a little bit on the last podcast with the way Messi's been playing, the positivity that he's having. He's excited to score goals again. Barcelona is 1 point behind in La Liga. Do we think they make a drastic comeback and take the title?
Hey, man. I said this for the last multiple weeks that Atletico was winning. Chalk it.
Mark it up.
Which actually,
It's
you know
over.
what? You can take a run at this. How insane is it that Lionel Messi has a longer and better career than Ronaldo? Ronaldo is washed. He's getting stats. Let him get the
Washed.
stats. Messi looks like he did when he was 16.
He looked great, man.
What was Ronaldo doing when he was 16? Trash. What was he when he was 20? Pretty good. So, I mean, it blows my mind that Messi started earlier and was better when he was younger, and now at this point in their career, He's the same way. I just wow.
He is in
warms the heart. But
imperious-
sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
They're finding a way to play
Imperious
together.
form, man.
Like Griezmann's in form now. Like this 2021, Griezmann's been brilliant. I don't know how much you guys watch La Liga.
Oh
but
yeah.
Highlights.
like, Griezmann looks somewhat like the Griezmann of old. So it's not like yes, Messi's Lionel Messi. I think Barca's going to win the league because if you watch them as a team, you watch them at the beginning. It was a bunch of individuals that were trying to, Messi trying to do himself or get guys open and guys trying to beat guys one-on-one. Whether you rate Koeman or not, this team looks like they want to play together and they know that they have a chance to do something
He's got
special.
a history there. That always means something.
Absolutely. That's the biggest change I've seen from Barca 4 months ago to Barca in 2021 is just like the camaraderie and the fact that like you can see Messi lead these young players along. And the fact like Des scores his debut goal, Messi goes straight over to him and just
That was special.
boys.
So
That was
special.
special.
Big
Especially
moment.
coming from an American and
Big
watching.
moment.
I love how you
moment.
mentioned young players.
If you would have said when we were in 4th or 5th grade that was going to happen,
Oh, I'd say, yeah, okay.
Dreamland, man.
Hey, I love how you mentioned young players because the young players have stepped up on this Barcelona team and have been shining
Pedri?
lights. Pedri is the next
Yeah, he's
Iniesta.
crazy.
That
Yeah.
boy is got it.
He's
Kid's
just scratching the
18 years
surface,
old.
too.
I know. He's unbelievable.
it's just when you're wondering if they got one in the bank or not. We're like, oh, we got one in the bank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about how good the last 4 or 5 games. Ousmane Dembele.
LJ's obsessed with him.
Oh my gosh, he has been balling. His goal was beautiful, by the way, the other day. I don't know if you guys saw the volley. I mean, he took that so well.
He's
To
a weird one for
lefty
me
or
because
righty?
I've seen him play.
Lefty.
I've
I
seen
love
him
how he
play.
can smoke it with both feet. I always appreciate that.
I always thought he was going to be something special, but I've seen that man play awful.
How old is he?
soccer.
23?
He hasn't
23.
been healthy consistently.
True.
He's
That is
going
very
through
true.
Injury spell after
Very
injury
true.
spell, and that's why like
Right now, he's fit.
Barca wanted to get rid of him, and I think Koeman made a statement as either yes, I think it was after the goal this weekend that Barca wants to keep him.
Messi said no too.
Yeah,
Messi said, "I want him to
They
stay."
want him to stay. Like if he can find form,
Yeah,
like
I didn't know that.
he's a world class player in my opinion.
yeah. The kid's got it. I'm telling you, if he stays fit, he's going to be a force, and he's been showing it the last 4 or 5 games.
Soccer's heating back up.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to mention, they're 1 point back. They're on a win streak, and they play Real Madrid.
El
this weekend
Clasico
in El
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
So
Oh yeah,
I think that game
Oh,
alone
yeah.
is going to make or break their
You know
season.
what the
A
big thing is
depleted
again?
Real.
cancel
Well,
all
see,
your
you say
plans,
depleted, but
soccer
they looked
lovers.
incredible against Liverpool, I thought.
Yeah, but
Liverpool
is
doesn't have.
Barca's going like this. Liverpool's going
Yeah.
like this.
I just wanted you to do that, but keep going.
It's going to be an absolute blockbuster game on Saturday.
Saturday at 2 p.m. We will be watching.
Just insane to me that Ronaldo Messi thing. How
You know?
Messi's pulling his team just like this,
one
and
of those
Ronaldo's
things-
just pulling his team down. Like,
That's where to me. That's where you go from like, yes, Ronaldo is great, but just for the analogy, it's like from good to great is longevity.
yeah,
Like the longer you can do it, it's like I think the gap between Messi and Ronaldo it's been there for me. But as Messi keeps playing and like he's not slowing down.
No.
Like it's one of those things. It's like LeBron James in the NBA. Like Messi's been doing this for how long, and he
Yeah.
hasn't slowed
he's
down.
been undisputed one for
I,
a decade and a half.
like it's one of those where it's just when you watch
Drake
him play for Barcelona, it's I mean he's always done it, but he drops so deep into pockets now to
Yeah.
find the ball,
So give me the ball.
and he can pick that pass just like Kevin De Bruyne can, or just like any player,
60
any
yard
player in
to
the
the
world.
corner.
I think
Any player in
Messi
the
could
world.
play for.
Messi could play. Messi could be my number 6. Messi
Bro,
could
I
be
was
my
going
number 8.
to say
Messi
he
could be
could.
my
I
number
think
10.
he could play for
all
10 more
three
years and
positions.
just sit
They're
and
chilling
holding
at
mid.
number 6.
I would let him.
I might let him. I might let him.
I would let him.
But that could stir some problems.
Him,
But
him and Busquets double pivot.
Butch is like, what do you mean? That's my
Okay, so-
that's my team.
So besides Atletico, do you think there's a? I mean, Real Madrid isn't far off.
No, you can never count them out.
They're 3 points off as well. So I mean, once again, they're raced for the title.
I think if anything, Atletico looks like the ones that are falling.
Yeah, they're,
Oh yeah,
they're falling off.
Atletico has won 2 of their last 5.
Yeah,
Can't be doing that.
they're falling off. I think it's gonna come down to Barcelona, Real Madrid, like it has for the last 15 years. But this game at the weekend is, oh my gosh, it is so big, boys. Like the winner of this could probably win they might win it. with
Atletico
momentum.
plays Barca.
At the end of the
I think
year.
it's like the second to last week of the year, something like that, or third to last week. I know they play him. Yeah, I'm sticking Barca. As long as Lionel Messi still plays football, I'm betting on him.
It's an easy bet. All right. Hot takes. We're going to end it off with everyone giving their
Oh
own
my
hot
God, I had a
take.
perfect one.
Mine.
I'll start too. I got mine.
You go.
We didn't touch on it. I'm sad.
Oh, are you?
I'm sad.
Let's hear it.
David De Gea will not be at Manchester United
Oh,
next year.
that is sad. Thought you were going to be trolling.
It's one of those with Dean Henderson. It's his time. Our defense plays better. He's better in the air. But I've said this to Nick, and it was like one of those things where I've been calling for it for so long. Like when you think about it, he's been our best player post Alex Ferguson.
Not even close.
Not even close.
There were
He's been our most
seasons
consistent.
where
17, 18, it's the best performance I've seen from a goalkeeper of all time. But at the same time, if you look at over the last 2 years, the goalkeepers that have given up the most goals, he's at the top of the list.
Yeah, but he's faced a dumb amount of shots.
I'm saying direct mistakes that he's made leading to goals.
Oh, that ain't it.
He has the most.
That ain't it.
So to me,
But
it's
he
one of
does
those-
still face a lot of pressure.
He's a world-class goalkeeper. When you look at Man United, we are currently spending $500,000 a week on 2 goalkeepers. That can't happen. So that's my hot take. I'm sad to say it, but David De Gea will not be at Manchester United next year.
I won't even scratch that. Good shit.
I'll go next. Mine's not really a hot take. Just wanted to give another shout out to the St. Louis City. They just announced their official jersey partners this year, and it is Purina Farms. St. Louis City loves dogs.
All right, well, Butch, you've already given a couple hot takes for Liverpool's future.
Stop the cap.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say my hot take's going to be I think that the Ballon d'Or 2021 winner is going to be Kylian Mbappe.
I don't know if that's such a
Messi.
hot take anymore.
I mean, Messi's gonna. If Messi
gonna be
wins,
We're talking about
if
him
Messi
winning
wins
it.
La Liga, bro,
It's gonna be.
We're
Messi.
talking about him winning it over Messi or Lewandowski, so I think it's kind of a hot take.
I don't know if it's a hot take.
I think he's going to win it.
I think that he's the third favorite, right? As like or no, right now Messi.
If they
Messi
win,
and him are probably balanced for second. Level's the front.
Right now, Messi's getting my
if Mbappe and PSG win the Champions League, it's a lock.
Yeah, I
Promise you,
yes,
it's a lot.
yes. First,
if
PSG
they win the
champion.
Champions League, but they lose the league,
It's a lock. They've never won the Champions League.
I mean, but they're in second to Lille. In
But
their
they've
league.
never won the
It's a Lille.
Champions League.
Yeah.
That's what they've been wanting.
They're
That's
in
what they've.
second.
Hey,
Timothy Way, bro. They're in second behind.
that's
Timothy
what
Way.
PSG.
Yes, dude.
Hey, that's what PSG has spent
Yeah.
$1 billion
They would
dollars
they would
on
get
is
relegated
to win
from
the
League
Champions
One to win
League.
the Champions.
That's it.
Bro.
That
They've literally been to
doesn't
the.
give him the Ballon d'Or.
But he's the leading goal scorer in the tournament right now. He's got 9 goals in 8 games.
He's literally. Oh my god!
I'm taking Leo.
They have lost in the quarterfinals how many times? Like,
an absurd amount.
dude, I remember when they first came on the scene with or not like first, but when they had that rejuvenation of money, just got pumped into them.
When is the
Ibra-
PSG game?
And Ibra was there, bro.
Next Wednesday.
It's next Wednesday.
I thought they were going to win it all. I was like, you can't stop Ibra and like all these guys. I was like, there's just no way. And then they just tank every time. Tank.
So not this next
if
pod,
Mbappe can pull them out of that.
but 2 pods from now, Butch will be saying, "Wow, it's such a shame that Bayern knocked PSG out of the Champions League."
No way.
Hot take.
I can't. It bothers me so much because I can't remember the one I wanted to do.
Nick, go then.
I already gave my hot
Yeah.
take.
What was
So
yours?
Shout out Manchester City. Or St. Louis City.
St. Louis City,
Oops.
shout out Manchester City.
I botched.
I think I'm gonna have to stick with the James Madison one that I made earlier. I think that I'm pretty confident about
11?
that. Huh?
In the 11 or just going?
No, in the 11. In the 11. I'm saying that I'm saying that here's the deal. Grealish. For like last year, there's been like that animosity about like Southgate like not bringing Grealish or whatever. Like remember that? Like and everyone was like, "What are you kind of talking about?" But like Southgate was like, "He has to earn his spot." Blah blah blah. I think when the time comes down to like the Euros and it's coming down to the nitty gritty, he's gonna give Grealish whatever he wants.
You think?
Yeah, I think he's gonna let him play like that same role that he plays for Villa, where it's not even playing a position. He's just playing the number 10, but the number 10 from the left is literally what he does. Like, I think it's going to be like that, and I think just because Matters is his boy, he's going to play in that like lone number 8 in front of him, even though Mount's a better player. And then they'll play Declan behind him.
Matters with Harry Kane in front of him.
Just the most English.
And you've got
Racket.
Sterling, Rashford, Sancho, Foden on your wings. Oh my goodness.
I hate.
I'm telling you,
Sterling,
dude, Saka's so good. If Saka
I
weren't,
think it's gonna be lack
if
of
Saka
experience.
weren't on Arsenal,
It's gonna be lack of experience.
all those guys have lack of experience. I mean, I will say they played for England, but they're young. Like Sancho and Rashford and Sterling, they're young, but they do have experience. But dude, Saka, wherever he goes next, dude, please soon. He's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little take there. All right. Once again, I got to end it off. I know it's annoying. Please follow us on all of our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and anywhere you can listen to podcasts, we're on there.
The YouTube is apparently a fan favorite. We've been getting a lot of love on our videos. I don't know why. We're average looking guys just sitting in this beautiful studio.
Add comments. We love to chat with you guys.
Throw some banter our
Yeah,
way.
it's a Mecca of Banter. Chat some shit.
Exactly. One more thing I wanted to add. I wanted to give a shout out to the varsity women's soccer team over at Lafayette. Our boy over here, Coach Ryan Butchart, has told us that they're playing some beautiful
Just give us the
soccer
last 10 games record.
So we've played 5 games.
5 or 6, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 6
We're
in.
5-0. We've scored 29 goals and conceded 3.
That'll do.
Quality.
Get out the way.
Alrighty.
So-
That's it. Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.